भाई देख के
So as we show you those live visuals, what's also important to note is that the acquisition of 56 C-295 aircraft is going to boost the Make in India initiative. And India has formalized the acquisition of these aircraft to replace the Indian Air Force Avro fleet. Now, the Bharat Drone Shakti event is expected to have over 5,000 attendees. This, of course, includes representatives from the central government, state departments. You also have representatives coming in from the public and private industries. Then beyond this, representatives from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, and from other friendly nations. What's also been said by the Defence Ministry about this on-point event that's taking place in Ghaziabad is that it will give a fillip to India's commitment to becoming a global drone hub, and a deadline has been set for that, which is by 2030. But the big takeaway from what this event is going to bring is, of course, that boost to the Indian Air Force when it comes to bringing in and inducting the C-295 transport aircraft. On that note, we'll cross over to CNN News 18's Akash Sharma to tell us more about the event that is taking place today and tomorrow. Akash, over to you.
So you see, Aisha, this particular deal was signed in 2020. It is a cloud transport aircraft. So India was looking, in fact, Indian Air Force was looking for replacement of Avro aircraft that are growing old and old day by day. And this is the reason why this particular induction is very, very important. Today we have received the first, C-295, and this is the formal induction ceremony where Defence Minister, along with Air Chief Marshal B.R. Chaudhary, and also, some other dignitaries from Indian Air Force, and also the foreign guests are very much here. In some time from now, we'll be seeing the, formal induction ceremony. But again, as far as this particular aircraft is concerned, so we have a number of, capabilities that make the particular aircraft better and, better in the mass. Operating basically Avro aircraft from number 11 in Vadodara, but now we are learning that. And after that, not only just this particular aircraft, but the subsequent aircraft will also be part of number 11 squadron. Also, 16 units will be received in, flyaway condition where, these particular units and in this particular aircraft will come in flyaway condition where you can just fly. And after that, 40 remaining aircraft will be assembled here in Vadodara itself. You must be remembering the time when Prime Minister Narendra Modi actually inaugurated the particular assembly line in Vadodara, where, it's a joint venture between Tata and Airbus and, the Make in India push that we talk about in general. So these 40 aircraft will be assembled here in India. That will give a sort of boost to our Atmanirbharta, approach, and also, as far as jobs are concerned, as far as employment is concerned. So it will give a number of employment of India as well. Also, these particular aircraft have the capability of short takeoffs and landings. Other than that, it can carry, weight of 9 to 10 tons. Then it can carry, more than 70 troops, and it can fly for 11 hours constantly. So it has a number of the capabilities that Indian Air Force was looking for. Given the fact that we have our adversaries in areas like Ladakh, we need an aircraft that is ready to take off or land, at a airstrip that is not very conventional or that is not in a ready phase. So this particular aircraft is going to help Indian Air Force in a number of ways. And today we are going to have the formal induction of the first aircraft that is received from space.
Absolutely. Akash, beyond this, the C-295s, they're actually replacing the aging Avro fleet, which is a fact that we've been mentioning multiple times. But what is going to happen to the Avro fleet now?
So, it will be phased out in a short manner, and we don't know as to what is going to be scheduled, but definitely these aircrafts are going to replace the Avro fleet. And in fact, the very decision where we are saying that the particular aircraft, in fact, the first unit is going to be part of number 11 squadron. So number 11 squadron as of now is basically dealing with the Avro aircraft only. If I'm not wrong, the Rhinos is the name of the particular squadron, and this particular squadron used to operate AM-32, and now it is operating Avro. So we don't know the exact schedule as to what is the plan of Air Force as far as phasing out, Avros are concerned. But yes, these particular aircraft, and in fact, by 2030 is what the timeline is. By 2030, we'll be receiving all 56 units, 56 aircraft, and these 56 aircraft are going to replace Avro. But the timeline is till 2030.
All right, now Akash, I do want you to stay with us. Let's also talk a bit more about the fact that the Avro is going to be replaced now by the C295. What is the general protocol when fleets like this are replaced? Do they get destroyed or do they get placed in yards for storage?
It depends. It depends on the manufacturer. It depends on the license, and it depends on a number of conditions that were taken into account at the time of.
जो विकास और उपभोग से जुड़ी अनेक समस्याओं का निवारण देता है। उनकी जयंती पर मैं उन्हें पुनः नमन करता हूं। साथ ही उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ
All right, we're crossing back over to CNN News 18's Akash Sharma after dipping into that audio from the event. Akash, could you continue with what you were saying, please?
Yeah, so I was talking about the number of factors that basically decide as to what is going to happen with this particular fleet or with that particular aircraft, whether or not the spare parts can be used further, whether or not we have some sort of a specific agreement with the company or with the manufacturer. So it depends on the number of conditions. And as I mentioned earlier, Aisha, we don't have any specific schedule from the Indian Air Force side as to when they are going to phase out the particular fleet. But yes, definitely Avro, and in fact Avro aircraft that is growing old day by day, and this particular aircraft C295 is basically going to replace. And also, Aisha, when we talk about this particular aircraft, so this is very important, and I want to focus on very specific factors: short landing and takeoff. We remember that back in 2020, how Indian Air Force helped Indian Army in transportation of the troops. We know that how more than 55,000 troops were transported to the forward areas, specifically in the Ladakh sector, eastern Ladakh sector. And this is the reason why they say that whenever we talk about conventional warfare, so transport aircraft play a major role, even when you're not using your fighter planes. Transport aircraft can ferry your troops to the forward locations, and we know that how in Ladakh we don't have, yes, BRO is basically working for the construction of roads, but even then, we don't have, proper connectivity in many areas, and this is the reason why we need aircraft like what we have now. In fact, the first unit C295, because these aircraft can take off and land from a shorter airstrip. In fact, the 600 to 700 meter is what they are saying that it can in fact take off from 600 meters off airstrip and can land on equal airstrip as well. It can carry 9 ton. 9 ton is a weight that is considered for a medium transport aircraft. We have a C-17 Globemaster, but that is a heavy lifter. This is a medium lifter plane, and this was the category that Indian Air Force was looking for last 10 years, because you see, when it is about the particular deal, this particular deal was signed in 2021, but 2021 was not the exact time. In fact, Indian Air Force officer, in fact, I had a word with a number of officers, and they said that from 2013 to 14, it was decided that now we need to replace our Avros, and at least 10 years of time was taken in the whole process, and finally in 2021 this particular deal was signed. Now this deal is also important because it is giving some sort of boost to Atmanirbharta approach, Make in India. Now one will ask that when you are receiving these aircraft from Spain, how it is going to boost your Make in India approach. Now 16 units, 16 aircraft are going to be received from Spain, and these aircraft will be in flyaway condition where you'll receive the aircraft, and from the next very day or from the very same moment you can use that aircraft for flying purpose. But as far as the other units, other 40 units, because total we have 56 units, other 40 units will be assembled there in Vadodara itself. And in Vadodara, we have the assembly line, which was inaugurated last year. In this particular assembly line is going to give employment to thousands of people. You see, when you are assembling an aircraft in this particular facility, you of course need workers, you of course need technicians, you of course need engineers, and a number of people with the specialization. And this is the reason why we are saying that it will give employment to thousands of people. Other than that, they say that other than engine and one to more crucial things in this particular aircraft, a number of products, a number of we can say components in this particular aircraft will be indigenous. In fact, officers are saying that 80 to 90% of the component will be indigenous, and this is how we will have our own C295 after these 16 units. In fact, these are our very own, because we have got a sort of deal where Airbus and Tata, a joint venture of Airbus and Tata, and with this particular point, I want to stress that this is the first ever defense project where we have the sort of partnership where